My Uncle Bob was in the Army. Last Thanksgiving, he got drunk and told us all a story that shocked me. It was around 1985, and he was still new to the Army, only being about 3 years in. He was on patrol duty on a base in Arizona. It was late, and he and another guy were walking along the fence line. Bob and the other guy were focused on looking out beyond the fence, outside the base, when they heard a sound behind them. The sound came from the inside, from their side of the fence. When they turned around, they saw an old man dressed in buckskin, with long hair and braids. Bob described it as being so gray that it almost glowed in the moonlight. The man was standing approximately 30 feet behind them. Both men drew their weapons, as the old man was in a restricted area with warning signs all over the place. They could have shot him if they'd wanted to, but neither my Uncle Bob nor his buddy wanted to shoot an old man. They figured that he must have Alzheimer's and had wandered into the base or something. After all, he wasn't threatening them, and he appeared harmless. The men shouted to the old man, telling him he was in a restricted area and that he needed to put his hands in the air. Bob thought they'd walk him back to post and then call the local police department, who would be able to get him back home. Bob tried to call in a report, but it was just static. Asking his friend to help, both he and Bob turned to tinker with the radio. Although they only looked away for half a second, to quote my uncle, when they turned back, the old man was gone. In his place was a massive rabbit, just sitting there, watching them. That's what he said, that when he and his partner looked back up, the man had disappeared, and there was this large rabbit sitting in his place. Both men looked around, right to left, and back again to see where the old man had wandered off to, but he was nowhere to be seen. In that time, the rabbit took off towards the fence. Then again, they heard a noise behind them, and when they turned around, the same as last time, the old man was there. This time, however, he was now on the outside of the fence. The fence was a good 8 to 10 feet tall. There was no way this old man could have jumped it. Bob described how that sent him and his buddy off running, and they agreed not to tell their commander. Keep in mind that my uncle was drunk, but despite over 30 years having passed since that night, he still looked scared as hell when he told us that he had seen a skinwalker